A resistor of 5 ohms carries a current of 4 amps. How much power is dissipated? So this time I need PIER. I don't have a formula that relates those two, so I'm going to have to do a little more work. This is where the ohms wheel would be very, very handy. But I do know that E equals IR. So E is going to be 4 times 5. E is going to be 20 volts. And once that I have that, I can do P equals IE, where P equals 4 times 20. P equals 80 watts. If you have the ohms wheel, it will relate that for you already. So you don't have to do the two formulas. But if you want to do it this way, you absolutely can. Power is 80 watts. A 10 ohm heating element carries a current of 3 amps. What is the power output? Well, again, I don't have a formula for P, I, and R, so I will first have to calculate voltage. But I can do that pretty quickly. If you ever find yourself without an ohms wheel and you have to do this, this will do it for you. And then you turn around and do the power formula using that 30 volts that you just found. And that'll tell us that power is 90 watts. A 2 ohm resistor has a current of 6 amps flowing through it. Find the power loss in the resistor. So I'm going to need to know voltage. You could also solve this as a system of equations. If you're very good and comfortable with algebra, you could do that. And I'll show you one of those when we get to the end, how you could solve it with a system. But this way will work just fine, and it's probably quite a bit easier than a system would be. Even though it's a little bit more work, the numbers and the formulas are a lot more easy to deal with. But I will show you just in case you want to know. So I'm getting 72 watts on power loss for this one. A 15 ohm resistor carries 2 amps of current. What is the power dissipation? So E equals IR. This will give us voltage. And then once we get voltage, we can find power. That's 30 volts. And then P equals IE will let us do 2 times 30. And that would give us 60 watts.